Hey everybody, George Bentley here with Bentley Baths Walk-In Therapy Tubs. Today I'm going to help you hopefully to understand why walk-in bathtubs seem to be so darned expensive. You know, whenever somebody contacts me, the first thing they want to know is how much does this cost? All right, and I did another quick little video on that. And then they're going like, why are these things so darned expensive? So today I'm going to help you understand exactly why walk-in tubs are as expensive as they are. The reality is that there are three reasons that walk-in bathtubs seem to be more expensive than other options that are available for you out there as a consumer. Okay, so first of all, a walk-in bathtub is a functional piece of equipment. It is not like a standard bathtub that's inert and just sits there through all time. It actually is functional equipment. It has moving parts. You're deep filling the water with a lot of weight. You're climbing into and out of it. It has moving parts. So the engineering and the construction of a walk-in bathtub is significantly different than any other bathing equipment, including hot tubs, sinks, bathtubs, showers, whatever. Okay, so that's a factor. Another factor is the manufacturing process is more complicated. It's very labor intensive. And the overall process of building one bathtub, one walk-in bathtub, can take as long as 3 days. It just depends on the processes that the manufacturer is using. But again, it isn't just to stamp them out one after the other, send them down the assembly, well, maybe an assembly line, but it takes a lot of work, okay? The second, and probably one of the biggest reasons that walk-in tubs seem to be so expensive, is just a basic supply and demand issue. The demand for walk-in bathtubs is still not super great, okay? We're in a situation where the consumer doesn't understand this technology. More and more people are starting to self-motivate to find out about walk-in tubs and get information, but very few of us have knowledge of this technology sufficient to drive the purchase process ourselves, okay? When it comes to cell phones and cars and TVs and things like that, we know enough to kind of guide ourselves through that, all right? We may need a little help, but with the walk-in bathtubs that are being sold today, the consumer really doesn't have that. So we're forcing the marketing and sales process to educate us. And what that means is that education process is what drives up the cost. It makes it very expensive. The very large companies, the name brand companies, are using very expensive mass media advertising, all right? So that sales process means I have to spend millions of dollars to generate leads to create that demand, right? To get people to call in, create what they call a lead. Then it goes through their sales process, which means they've got to send a salesman out to your home to try to close you. Very expensive. They get paid commissions to do that. Then we've got a subcontractor do whatever we're going to do for the install, and then we want to make our profit margins. So that whole marketing process makes it a lot more expensive than walking down to the grocery store or going down to the hardware store and buying your toilet or your sink and your faucets, right? So that is a huge reason. And again, it falls back into that supply and demand category, really. When the demand goes up, this marketing process, in my belief, is going to go away. You won't do it. I think of the old aluminum siding days. You know, they sold them door to door because there wasn't really any demand for aluminum siding, and it was very expensive and low quality. So that's important. And probably, to be honest, the biggest reason that walk-in tubs are so expensive is profiteering. These big companies, the consumer doesn't know what one of these things should cost. There is no federal regulation over this, like appliances and other items that require a manufacturer's suggested retail pricing. I mean, I tell people, why do cars have the factory sticker on the window? That's to protect consumers, right? We don't have that in the walk-in bathtub industry, and as a result, anybody, but in particular, these large brand name companies, if they're doing in-home sales and they're doing mass media advertising, they also have a tendency to really want to make a lot of profit. So the profit margins on these are very big for these companies, can be as high as 50%. And that adds up. If they're selling you at $30,000 or $23,000, that adds up a lot. So here's the bottom line. Again, I encourage you to democratize this process, break it apart, educate yourself. You know, we're glad to help you any way we can. Get the information, break apart the installation if you can, get in touch, find a quality installer. We can help you with that, somebody who knows what they're doing. I'll put you in direct contact with my factories if that's the best way to get you the right tub. But democratize this process, break it apart, and it will save you literally thousands of dollars, and I believe you'll always get a better outcome. So there you go. I love you all. Questions? I love questions. You know, let me know if you got any questions at all. We're always here to help. Bye.